Now this is another Catalaphyllia coral. Now what's a little bit concerning about this one is that it's been in the aquarium for around 5 years, and over that time it has progressively been receding, and it's never taken on a very strong pigment at all. So its colour is very pale, and if the colour is very pale, that's going to be signifying that there's not a lot of zooxanthellae within the coral. Now there are other Catalaphyllias in this aquarium that have been doing very well and growing, but they're a little bit deeper into the aquarium. So what we're going to try doing with this particular piece is, considering it's right up near the top under 250 watt metal halides, we're going to try bringing it down a little bit lower in the aquarium. And what we're hoping this will do is stimulate the growth of a little bit more zooxanthellae within the aquarium itself, within the coral itself, which might help stop this slow recession, which is what we're actually seeing. Now directly underneath that Catalaphyllia is another Catalaphyllia. You can see this other Catalaphyllia, it's also a very old animal. It's been there for quite a long time, regardless of the fact that it's not opening up too big. And it's probably got a couple of concerns of its own. First of all is it's getting shaded by the coral on top of it, and the rest of the structure actually goes down underneath the reef. So the underside of it probably isn't quite getting enough light. And you can see two distinct patterns in where this coral's actually died off. It's had an initial die-off, which may have been a result of shading or competition from another coral. And there's beautiful coralline algae all through the shell. Then just recently there's been another little stage of die-off, which is apparent by the fact that there's no coralline algae in the shell at all. It's still quite a white shell. Because when these corals actually grow, they grow their shell out and they grow up out of the shell. Now when they die, they recede down, and then they recede, and the size of the shell that they're coming out of actually shrinks. Then once the coral starts to grow again, it'll grow up again from that position. So you can sort of tell the life cycle of this coral and how well it's going and what's happened to it over its life by actually looking at the shell of the coral, which is quite interesting. So this particular piece, it's been there for quite some time. It's not giving us any amazing results. So considering moving that coral is going to be a fair idea, or moving the coral away that's on top of it that may actually be shadowing or even agitating it.